Hello everyone, just shooting a quick update on my 2011-2012 bell python breeding season. I'm going to start with Gloom here, one of my favorite normal females in the collection. This is a big girl, about 1,800-2,000 grams. Very interesting dark coloration on her. She almost looks like a cinnamon, and she has a lot of intense blushing. I have had her paired with my lesser and with my fire males, and I'm hoping that this leads to some exceptional holdback females from that clutch, as long as everything works out. I'm expecting eggs from her in about 28 days, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this works out and we get some viable offspring from this clutch. Just going to put Gloom away there. I'm just going to move down to another one of my favorites. This is a pastel female, possible Hetford Pied. She's got some nice blushing. She's holding her color quite nicely. She's an 09. She's about 1,600 grams, and she's been breeding my male pastel possible Hetford Pied. A very nice animal, and naturally I'm hoping to prove her out this season. She's been building. Haven't seen an ovulation quite yet. She's nice and thick. So I'm just keeping, again, my fingers crossed that this works out for us. So moving down, you're going to see my second breeding size pastel female. Looks like she thinks that she's going to be eating. She's got an interesting head coloration going on, and she's got some very intense blushing as well. Again, holding her color quite nicely. Just a nice animal all around. Got some good size on her. I only started breeding her late in the season, and she's been with my Bumblebee, my Lesser, and my Fire. So I'm hoping that this is again going to be a Who's Your Daddy clutch, because I would be interested in getting holdback male and females from any of those breedings. So I'm just keeping her in the bin there. There's another look at her. A very nice animal, definitely a keeper. And I'm going to move over to another normal female of mine, a big girl. She's only a 2009. Got a more normal coloration, but still quite interesting. It's almost a gray-green, very light color, skin color going on there between the patterning. This girl, like I said, is a 2009, weighs in at about 1,800 grams, ovulated. I'm just waiting on her pre-lay shed. She's been with my Lesser male and my Fire, so it's going to be, again, another Who's Your Daddy clutch, and I'm hoping that we get some viable eggs from her this season. I'm also hoping that she passes on her quick growth rate and interesting colors to her offspring. Another female, I'm waiting on eggs from her. As you can see, she's made an indention into the aspen. Got a nice reduced pattern, so naturally I paired her with my Bumblebee. This little lady is about 2-3 days off of her lay date. So she's already done her pre-lay shed, ovulation, everything. So we're just waiting on eggs from her, and hopefully we get a nice viable clutch out of her. Now moving down, I'm going to quickly show you my male pastel possible Hetford Pied breeder. He's made a mess in his cage. And as you can see, he's going into shed. He's got some stuck shed actually on him. I'm going to clean that off a little bit later. Then down here, still one of my fan favorites. This is my male Bumblebee, and he's holding his color quite nicely. He's got the nice high white sides. Let me see if I can show you his head. And he doesn't like me right now. He's still looking for the females. I've actually pulled him from my breeding lineup because he's gotten a bit on the skinny side, and I want to put some more weight on him. He's done for this season. He's been locked with many of my females. I'm contemplating putting him up for sale, but because I think that we've already got a number of ovulations from his breedings, and I'm hoping again for some holdback female Bumblebees from his pairings. Very nice animal. You just gotta love bumblebees, no matter how common they get. I think they're always going to be one of the favorites in the ball python world. Now I'm going to move to something a little bit interesting that I've got going on. These two animals are my 2011 Enchi and my 2011 Pastel Mojave. These two animals are, like I said, 2011s. They weigh in at about 400 plus grams. I've been exposing them to some of my breeding size females that have yet to ovulate, and hoping to see some locks soon. I haven't seen any yet. As you can see, they're not very big, and but they are continuing to eat very normally, and as you can see, they both have some good size on them for their age. And as long as they continue to eat and continue to be healthy, I'm going to continue to expose them to females that have yet to ovulate, and I'm hoping that maybe I can get some late season locks out of them. And if not, that's fine. I'll hold on to them till next year and try them again at that point. Very, very nice examples of their respective morphs. The Anshi's just pure gold, and this pastel Mojave is, if anything, brighter. And this pastel Mojave is also a possible het for ghost. So very nice animals. I've got them in here right now, not only for the video shoot, but I'm hoping the exposure to one another might actually stimulate some breeding behavior. So that's what I've got going on with these two right now. No locks yet, though. Now moving up, I've got my male fire. This is purchased from Regius Co. Wasn't planning on buying a fire that day, but when I saw him at their table, just with that crazy gold glisten that he's got to him, interesting, nice blushing, just a very nice animal overall. I've had him paired with my female pastel, with the high blush female pastel. I've had him paired with a lot of my female normals. So I'm hoping that he produces some holdback females for me. A very nice animal. One of my favorites in the collection. And everybody knows female fires is where it's at right now. And just a very high quality animal. And when I'm purchasing, whether it's males or females, for the purposes of breeding, I'm always looking for something that's a little bit better than what the rest have got going on. Something that attracts my eye. And I think that that will hopefully translate to some quality offspring down the road. Now moving on to my lesser male. Very nice animal. Again, I saw him at a table and I just had to have him. This is a 2010 male lesser. He's been locked with every female that I've had him with. He's actually up for sale right now. He has, like I said, locked with numerous females, and several of them have ovulated already. So I'm hoping that I get some viable holdback females from him. Just some crazy screaming colors on this boy, and very nice animal. The only reason I'm selling him is that I'm expecting some females from his line, and perhaps some pastel lessers as well. So his duties here are at an end, but still overall a very nice animal. Just another normal female I've got going here. She's building quite nicely, as you can see. I'm just hoping that we get a clutch of eggs out of her and an ovulation soon. I'll show you guys all something a little bit different that I've got going on. A pair of Central American dwarf Sonoran het leopard boa constrictors. That's the female, the big girl over there. It's kind of hard to see her because she's not standing still. They're puppy dog tame. I've had them since they were little worms. They're both 2009s. I'm going to pull the male out because he's my favorite with that orange color he's got going on. Just that dusty head. Just very nice animals. And they're both het for leopard, so I'm hoping that maybe I produce some leopards this year. That's the female, big girl. I have yet to witness any locks, but the male has been riding the female and courting her. So I'm hoping that, stay in there you two. I'm hoping that I will get some offspring out of them. And if not, they're still super cool snakes to have. And it's definitely been a privilege to work with them. So that's my collection in a nutshell. I do have a 2006 female red-tail boa. Just a het for albino, but no breedings, just a pet. Just a fun snake to own. She's pretty tame. She thinks I'm going to feed her right now. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.